It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, a player who led the league in passing and interceptions in his final season in Tampa. But, of course, he knows this franchise he's facing well. He was the first overall pick by the Bucs in 2015. Jameis Winston, 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. The drive starts with a run by White. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. First down. Time out here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll drop to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw, Winston.
He completes this to Cole Turner. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll throw again. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Jameis to throw it.
Out route here, he finds Turner. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 now. Winston going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Chandler. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Fox 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran.
Touchdown! Amir Smith-Marset, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. Get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set up a terrific field position, about 3 points. The end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple. We always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, You want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here. A long way to go. They go right back to White here on first down.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Buccaneers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the drives and quick plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a game of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up 1st downs.
Throw out wide, and he's got Chris Godwin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of the rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, it's Winston. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Jameis again. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Second and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the goal's a loss of a yard on what should be the final play in the first half. So we are at halftime here. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. A run to begin the second half with Wright. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer that falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's White. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's White.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting. You don't want to get the ball back and a chance to really extend this lead.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll look to throw.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
And you build that trust. And that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Vaughn.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here?
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it.
The tight end of the ball carrier.
Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st down, here's White. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground with 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings now heading onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Winston now to throw on 1st down.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Open here, Adam Thielen. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll throw again. Winston. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Winston.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Winston now. Over the middle, complete. It's Turner.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. To the air again with Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bucs' 18-yard line.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start. Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Up the middle is Vaughn. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Back to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lucene, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Following the interception, Winston firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Winston. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Winston. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings use the short field to get in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Then the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll sink now to 0-4.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.